My name is Rawhi Said. I was born in the 90s. At the time, it was called Yugoslavia. A lot of change was happening in Europe at that time. The fall of the Soviet Union, the fall of Yugoslavia, just a lot of change for democracy and independence. Being Muslim in Europe is not easy because really being any religion aside from a Christian religion in Europe was never easy. And you look at examples from the Second World War and the Holocaust that happened there. Well, what happened in Bosnia was the largest genocide in Europe since the Second World War. And that's because of religion. The Serbs wanted to keep a greater Serbia once they realized that Yugoslavia was falling apart, and they wanted to take control of Bosnia. The war started against ethnic and religious lines. And my mom said, well, why don't we go to the Middle East, to Jordan, where you have family? My dad said, absolutely not. The war will end. I don't want my son to be born a refugee like I was born a refugee. But one day he came home and he said, we have to leave because we had Serbian paramilitary soldiers knocking on our doors. We had 24 hours to leave. And if we didn't, we would pay. I mean, it was understood. If you didn't, you would pay the ultimate price. Living there as a Bosniak, you can imagine the fear that you have. So my father, my mother, my sister, and I, we packed up 2 bags and the clothes on our back, and we left. No money, no nothing, you left your life behind. You had to. We were on a train ride to Slovenia, and at the border between Croatia and Slovenia, the border guards get on the train, check everybody's passport, and say to my father, sir, you can proceed, because my father had a Jordanian passport. We had Bosnian passports, and my dad looked at them and said, I can't leave my family behind. This is my family, so if they can't go, I'm not going. And so just like that, we were kicked off the train and stranded in Croatia. We were then put into a refugee camp, and my dad, as a practicing physician, had always wanted the opportunity to visit the United States, and he saw the opportunity that said, you know what, if we are fortunate enough, if we are able enough to go to the U.S., that's where we will go. We moved to Rochester. We were helped by Catholic Charities, Sisters of Assisi Heights, a lot of NGOs, nonprofits, the IMAA. A lot of people came to our help when we first came to the U.S., and especially Rochester specifically. We've never really forgotten where we've come from. We've never really forgotten what has happened to us. But what we've realized is if it wasn't for this country, for this adopted country, we wouldn't be where we are today. And I think that's the beauty of this country, because it was founded on immigrants, and we all come from somewhere, and maybe not a first generation, but you might be a couple generations removed. But if you look far back enough, you'll see we all came from somewhere, and we all tried to escape from something. And I think that's the beauty of this country. And I think that's something that my father saw and instilled in all of us very early on, by not wanting to go anywhere else but the United States.